Well, good morning. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. It is early on Saturday. This is my new profile for me, and I need to earn some money. So I am looking at jobs. I've just delivered a cargo, and I'm looking to see what I want to do next. But I think I'm going to grab this particular one. It's kind of heavy. That's okay, but it does yield quite a lot of money, certainly per mile, and that is very useful. So go ahead and grab that. Tell you a little bit about the game so far. So I'm in my Peterbilt 389, and I've covered somewhere close to 8,000 miles right now. And one of the things that I'm doing in this profile is trying not to repair my truck until I've covered 10,000 miles. So right now, what's the mileage showing? 7,900. So I haven't had to, well, had to is a strong word. I haven't repaired this truck yet. I bought plenty of fuel, and I gotta buy more fuel again because, well, it's a small fuel tank. It's only 150 gallons, and that does feel pretty small. Okay. In reverse, back up to this trailer. So yeah, damage-wise, I think my tires are something like 20% worn. We'll check that out in just a second. Let's pick up this cargo. Okay, gently does it. Huh. Guess my gearbox is a bit damaged. Right, let's probably do. Okay. Let's take a quick look at where we're at right now. So, diagnostics. Wheels are showing us 25% damage now. Not that much to repair, just over $8,000. I was doing great until I had a bit of a bump a couple of trips ago. I gently nudged the back of another vehicle. So that put my chassis, my cabin, transmission and engine to maybe 1% or so below what they are right now. It's doing okay, and providing I don't crash, it's not unrealistic to go 10,000 miles before having the thing repaired. Tires or wheels, that's something else. Level 15 these days. Okay. Alright, well, let's get on the way, and you can join me when we've made a bit of progress. I'll be back. Well, that was not fun leaving the city. Took me a lot longer than I'd hoped. Turned out that, so I made a driving error. I made my own lane to turn left at a stoplight, and some chump in a bus just drove into me. Well, okay, buses, ATS. But meanwhile, the long truck ahead of me decided to run into something else, completely snarled up the intersection. So, well, just sat there for a time and waited to the rising crescendo of other AI vehicles' horns, not going anywhere. Because of all this, I forgot to get fuel, so my low fuel warning has just kicked in, and I wonder if I have enough to get where I'm going. 130 miles, let's take a look. Huh, no. Okay, well, this may be a more interesting trip than I'd hoped. Oh gosh. Okay, come on, get in gear. There we go. And I think I stopped behind the line, so I'm going to do this. So my last 2,000 miles on this stretch may be more challenging than I'd hoped because I bumped into someone. But otherwise, let's talk a little bit about how things are going, and the answer to that is pretty good. As a disclaimer, I applied the economy mod, or the diesel price mod to the game, so I'm paying an extremely high price for fuel, and that's to kind of balance it. If you don't do that, the game can become really easy.
Go straight.
Maybe I'll hunker along at 45. I will aim for 50. So my diesel price is extremely high, and that stops me from just earning money so quickly. Keeps it more of a challenge. Now against that, the other rule that I've kind of self-imposed is not going to change the core hardware on the truck. Small caveat, I'm using a Caterpillar C15. It's the 435 rated horsepower engine. Turns out this has the exact set. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Not good to see a truck in the middle of the road when you go around the corner. Turns out this has the same torque curve as the C15 500 engine. It just produces less torque. So can I extrapolate from that it's the same engine, there's just a different ECU program? If you know, by all means leave a comment below. I'm going to make the assumption that there are some differences between the engines, but as a rule of thumb, it's the same core components. I gotta slow down now.
You're going too fast.
Yeah, I'm going too fast. Here we go. So I may let myself upgrade the engine from the 435 to the 500, and that may be pretty nifty. Is it going to be useful? Maybe. I don't particularly find this engine wanting. I mean, I'm towing at least 59,000 pounds, and it's doing okay. It's going through diesel pretty quickly though. I'm going to run out at this rate. 16 gallons. That's not good. 100 miles. Well, are there any fuel stations on the way? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Alright, well, if I have to use the emergency refuel option I will, but that's going to be very expensive. So yes, sticking to core hardware, and in this case it's the C15 engine and the 13-speed transmission, and I was able to afford the model with the retarder, and that is particularly useful. It also means sticking with the short wheelbase mid-lift configuration. I'm fine with that. I mean, yes, I prefer the long wheelbase models because they're taller, you've got better aerodynamics, but quick external view, I don't think that this is a bad looking truck in the slightest. Yeah, managing to not steer very well. That's not good. Okay, there we go. But panic for Mr. Freightliner here. So yeah, it's a nice enough truck to drive. I have no issues with this. I don't particularly feel the need for more power. I don't particularly feel the need for more gears. He says going up this hill rather slowly. So yeah, I think I could do a lot of miles in this vehicle pretty comfortably, and that's good because that's my intention. So where do I go next in the game? Well, I repaid the loan. I managed to pay it off early. That's very useful. And so now let's just check my cash. $49,000 give or take. Okay, that's good. I don't have enough to buy another truck and hire another driver, but I'll get there. And when I do that, the game may suddenly start to generate lots and lots of cash, and that might kind of spoil it a little bit. So I may elect not to do this, or maybe not develop the drivers. I don't think I have a choice in that regard. So we'll see what happens. Let's hope I can stay off the power on the way down this hill, because 7 gallons, 38 miles range, and 18 miles indicated to my destination's not good. I guess I can coast down the hill now. Short shifter up then. Take advantage of that.
Listen to me.
I know I'm speeding. This is the way to maximize how far we can go on this, on the fuel in the tank, I suppose. Let gravity give us a bit of a boost. So I'm excited to see how well I can stick to these self-imposed rules. Don't service the truck until I've done 10,000 miles. Try not to crash. That's almost certainly always going to be sensible advice. If I get into the convoy game, that could be difficult because the temptation is to drive that little bit quicker. Plus I might want more power. So we'll see what happens there. But otherwise, I think it's set up rather nicely. And that's good. What I'll do now is see if I can stretch what's left in the tank to my destination. And it's not looking optimistic right now. Ease off for this corner. I could do with a long downhill gradient. No such luck. So the C15 does produce peak torque at 1000 RPM. I think it's 1000 to 1200, at least how the game models it. So this is not, driving at this speed in this gear is not how Caterpillar would like you to do it. So I'm probably wearing out the engine, putting it under a lot of stress.
Go straight.
But it does sip its fuel. Please be a fuel station up here. Yes, there is. Okay, hopefully I can make it. The stop sign's not going to help. Wow. The trick's just going to be to kind of moderate stuff. That was not moderating it, David. That was a little harsh. I'm not sure I can pull off in second gear very effectively. We'll try it. Okay. Gonna upset this black car from the right. Maybe he turned off. Yes, he did. Okay, that's good. That's useful. So I'm short shifting through the gears at this point. Just want to try and conserve fuel as much as I can. Set the cruise at 28. Let's put it up to 30 and see if I can use 10. There we go. How far away from that fuel stop? I should make it. Famous last words.
Go straight.
Do I want to accelerate then? Yeah, I think I do, but just gently. Normally I'd just push up on the cruise and let the cruise control put me back up to the speed I want, but that will burn a lot of extra fuel. Not that this is making life much easier for me though, to be fair. Oil wells on the left. Don't want to lose my concentration though. Okay. I'm gonna make it. What am I at? 3 gallons? Yeah, loads, plenty of fuel. Looks like it's on the right as well, which is nice.
Go straight, and then turn left. Turn left.
Oh, that's interesting. See how I guess I locked the wheels up under braking there, because suddenly the transmission seemed to just bomb out and my engine was at idle speed. That's not a good sign. It's doing it more now that things are worn out. Okay. Can I fit this trailer in here? I'm gonna have to. Drop it to first. Let's causing all sorts of obstructions on the street, and I apologize for that. Okay. So I'm almost at my destination as well. Alright. Not sure how much fuel costs here, we'll find out in just a second. Yeah, I know it's expensive. Dum dum dum. $158 per gallon. The reason why I've set it so high is because I'm trying to reflect typical running costs and all that kind of stuff. But my $49,000 is going to drop quite a bit, an awful lot. So I'm putting what, 147? Yeah, there we go. $23,000 of fuel. Okay, well, can't be helped. Down to $25,000. But that's okay. So the nice thing about setting the game up like this is it makes you really think about the cargoes that you want to take. So this particular trip has a very good cost per mile. Ideally, I'd be doing a longer trip. You tend to get lower fuel consumption on a longer trip because it's more time cruising. This trip will not have done so well. It's mountainous. I should still turn a profit though. I won't make $25,000, but I should make a profit. I'm still driving very gently though. Short shifting through the gears. We'll get it up to 50 and then set cruise, I think. And I'm only 2,000 miles away from getting the truck fixed. Thank goodness. I'm gonna tap up there. Okay. Well, I mean, we are pretty much where we need to be right now. It's 24 minutes game time away, 15 miles. So I think all up, a somewhat uneventful trip, but could have gone rather pear-shaped. Had I run out of fuel and not been really, really gentle with it, that would have been not a profitable trip. Alright, well, not going to force everyone to watch me find the yard and pack it in, so that just about wraps it up for this video. If you like what you've seen, then go ahead and click the like button below. If you didn't like it, go ahead and click dislike, it's okay. You can subscribe for more. And finally, if you know about the hardware differences between those two Caterpillar engines, just drop me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.